Fuck is up, YouTube? We back in here with a new issue of Seven Deadly Sins, Chapter 329, Zeldris vs. the Demon King. I am in love with this cover. Zeldris, full plate armor, got his fucking sword, getting ready for that ominous nebula shit, looking like bad as fuck. The commandment of piety turns his back on God, so you know he fucking is just like, he's done with the Demon King. He don't fuck with that life no more. So when we last left off, they were Seven Deadly Sins. Escanor, the one ultimate form, they were charging head first to take down the Demon King in Zeldris' body. Issue goes right to the inside of Zeldris' mind in the spirit world, right? So Zeldris, it's kind of like, at first I thought it was a flashback, but it's actually just an illusion. He's trying to basically the Demon King's making it seem like a flashback to Zeldris. Like when he was telling Meliodas, like, I can't believe you're abandoning us, you're turning your back on me. And this Meliodas just has like an evil ass face, and he's like, I never considered you as little brother anyway. I'm glad I could kill you the next time we meet. And Zeldris is like, shut the fuck up, dude. He basically slices him in half, and he's like, yeah, you're not gonna fool me, Demon King, you fucking loser. Demon King is a loser, dude. So he basically, dispels the illusion. Demon King's like, good shit, bro. I didn't realize you'd get that, right? He's like, at least make believe if you're gonna try to take me down. I remember very clearly what happened that day. I can say for a fact, Meliodas' words were coming from the heart. So when we think about that flashback, Zeldris says the only one whose words weren't was me. So Zeldris clearly, at least at this point, has a lot of regret about really not going with Meliodas 3,000 years ago, not joining Stigma, not running away with Gelda. Obviously, hindsight's 2020. He made his decision back then, but I think it's been something that's been weighing on him for a long time. If you see him, a lot of the shots of him right when they've taken over Camelot in early in where the anime is now, you could see he's just got this, like, he's always like lost in thought and thinking about shit, and you could tell this is a guy who's really made a lot of mistakes. And I really feel for him, man. That's why I said Zeldris is low-key one of my favorite characters. Probably gonna write a song about Zeldris. Like, that's how much I'm loving him right now and his storyline. So Demon King's like taunting him. He's like, big words, sure you want to say it? Oh no, actually Gelda's saying that. So Zelda's like, are you sure? Gelda's like, are you sure you want to say this in front of him? And it's actually funny. Zeldris is like, yeah, we're just in the spirit world anyway. But he actually goes back and tells her, he's like, but like, when we get out of here, don't tell Meliodas I said any of this. So I thought that was pretty funny. And then the Demon King said something interesting. He said, don't you understand how painful it is to be burdened with killing my own beloved children? All I ever wanted was to set both you on the right path, you ingrates. Zell just dodges because he's a bad bitch. He's a bad motherfucker. And Zell just basically just calls him out. He's like, beloved sons, like, fuck off. You don't have any affection for me or Meliodas. It's pathetic that you use such emotional words at a time like this, Father. There's a lot of taunting going back and forth. Hands being thrown, giant swords being thrown around. Zeldris, he's quick on his feet. He really does that shit. He's not as strong as Meliodas, but he even says, I might not be as strong as Meliodas, but this is the spirit world, right? So he fucking smashes his fucking father in the face. And he even says, because of that, I have a chance to win just like Meliodas. So, if this were in the physical realm or in purgatory, they could not beat the Demon King, is basically what they're saying. What he's saying is that, yeah, he's definitely stronger than both of them, but he cannot take physically take form in the real world, I guess Earth. So they don't ever have to fight him there, and because they're fighting him in a spirit world, he's not as powerful there. They actually have a chance to win. And we find out. We know he loves Gelda, and he fucks with Gelda like that. Demon King still taunting. He's like, I'm not gonna lose to somebody as weak-minded and pathetic as you, who's chained to a woman. So Demon King, a little bit fucking sexist. Uh, so I feel like Zeldris is now the champion of feminism in Seven Deadly Sins. So he's chained to a woman. Obviously, he's in love with her. And Zeldris, they're throwing hands. They're boxing right now. I kind of looks like Zeldris is winning. He's putting cracks in his fucking helmet. Interesting thing I noticed, that demon mark that is on Zeldris and Meliodas is also, it's right on their father's helmet. So interesting. I wonder what this fucking guy looks like under his helmet. Like, how is this thing the father of these guys? Because even when he takes over their body, they mature so much when he takes them over. So it's a weird thing. Demons are weird with their forms and shit in Seven Deadly Sins. Zeldris hits you with the fucking classic shonen trope. You will never understand it, Father. The fact that that love and affection of others can also grant a person powers beyond what you can imagine. Then we get that close up of each face. I like the close up shot of Zeldris' face because I can really see like the determination in him. But anytime I look at a Demon King, there's nothing. It's just that helmet and the beard, and like you never see his pupils. And I'm really curious as to what his facial expressions are through all of this, because you only see him taking over his son's bodies, and he's ugly as shit when he takes them over. They're way cooler looking when they look young. And this is the funny part where he goes, Gelda, seriously though, like, please don't tell Meliodas I said anything. She's like, all right. So she knows that brotherly shit. Uh, and then he kind of gives us a big reveal. He goes, your pride has been shattered and your mind is weakened. Like, the reason is crystal clear. You're flustered over being defeated. So Demon King got fucked up by Meliodas, and he's kind of like broken. Uh, Defeated by Meliodas' emotions, whom you deemed to be weak. Yeah, he was actually defeated by the emotions of Meliodas really twice. They escaped purgatory, and then when he took over Meliodas' body, he kind of lost again. So he's like, you're implying I'm going to lose a second time? Ridiculous. Don't think I'll escape from this realm by yourself. And Zeldris says, of course not. They're still throwing blows back and forth. Bam. Cuts to the Sins. God damn, this is a cool fucking shot. Fucking Escanor and Demon, the one ultimate Escanor, Demon King Meliodas, fucking Fairy King, Bon, Deanne, fucking Gother, Merlin, just going in at the Demon King, and they fucking hit them they hit him, unfortunately, in Zeldris' body with everything they got. But he says, my brother will definitely come for me. Like, he knows Meliodas loves him. And that's something that I think he realized when Meliodas decided he wanted to become the Demon King, and he went to Zeldris, and he told Zeldris, like, Gelda's still alive. I think he realized, like, Meliodas fucks with me, so I can't turn my back on him again. And he's like, Zeldris, cease this at once. Weren't you the one who yearned to become the Demon King? And he hits him with the ultimate, like, fuck you to a parent. He goes, I only wanted to take you down. So it's like, I only wanted to do this just to fuck you over. Oh, man. And I love it. He hits him with the ominous nebula. I remember when we found out about this move, when they had the fight against Escanor and Merlin and them, Escanor walked through the ominous nebula. But he blows the Demon King away with the ominous nebula. In the spirit world, of course. Naruto ad over there. Give myself a Naruto costume. And at the same time, they blow the Demon King away in the real world. And fucking the 10 commandments that are inside of Zeldris' body, which basically make up the Demon King, half the Demon King power, they're just like being removed. So I think Zeldris is expelling them from his body. And that's where the chapter ends. We're going to have to wait another week to get another chapter. I think this one took about 2 weeks to come out, but whatever. So let me know in the comments, what did you guys think of the issue? How do you feel about Zeldris basically defeating the Demon King almost more handedly than Meliodas did, I feel like? Who do you feel like has a better backstory, Meliodas or Zeldris? Who do you feel more sympathetic for? Because yeah, Meliodas had to bear a lot of the weight of like betraying his clan, and also the whole curse with Elizabeth, and that was pretty tragic. And when I found out about it at the time, I thought it was one of the most tragic stories in anime. But when I look at Zeldris' story, like, he didn't make that decision and had to live with that regret. Then he was sealed away, and then kind of I spent a lot of time thinking about what he'd done. And I think now he's definitely redeemed himself as a character in a good way. And I'm excited to see the brothers reunited. Now that they've both kind of helped each other. So I'm going to wrap this chapter review up there. So, again, leave me a comment, like, subscribe, you know the vibes. GKM Anime heading out of this bitch.